Hello and welcome back to TGTV, and more importantly welcome back to the M4 DTM. So I thought it'd be cool to give you guys a little tour around the car and give you slightly more detail on the car, because the last delivery video didn't really give much away. So let's have a look around, we'll go into some details, and more importantly you can hear the thing. So first things first, a lot of you guys were commenting on my Instagram picture saying, you know, nice spec and blah blah blah. I can't take credit for that. You can't actually spec this car. It comes in a fixed spec, so it comes in Alpine white with the kind of DTM M-Power vibey decals on it. The whole spec is fixed, so there's 200 of these worldwide. And each one looks exactly the same. I think there's about 15 of them in the UK. I've not counted. I know about 3 or 4 people who've got one, and the rest, God only knows, they're probably going to be shoved in a garage somewhere. But yeah, the spec is locked, and a lot of you were saying, you know, I prefer this to the GTS, or I prefer the GTS. So there was an edition of the BMW M4 called the GTS, which a lot of you will know about. That was limited to 700 units worldwide, and that comes in the, I think you can get it in like frozen grey, frozen black, and blah blah blah, whatever, and it's got kind of orange bits and whatever stuck to it. But that was 700 units worldwide. This has got exactly the same engine as it, but it's got different carbon aero bits, and the interior is different as well. These are a lot rarer, and personally I much prefer this. Not to say the GTS isn't a cool car, but I prefer the DTM, and you're unlikely to see another one of these on the road, which is fun enough. Okay, enough of my shit. So around the front here we have carbon. This is exclusive to the DTM, as I said. The GTS has a different splitter. The GTS has kind of this tray that comes out the front. I think this is a little bit more usable around town as well. There is no nose lift, but so far I found I don't really need it. And it's got these kind of carbon canard things. Don't know what they're called, canard. Or is that French for duck? Black grille comes as standard, and obviously the number plate situation, as you all know, I have real difficulties with number plates. They just seem to fall off all the time, and it stresses me out, and I don't want to go into it too much, but yeah, it's fallen off. These wheels are the same wheels that come on the GTS, but the GTS has kind of got like some goldy orange vibe going on, and this is some kind of a satin grey finish. Should have probably cleaned it before the video, shouldn't I? Carbon ceramic brakes, which you would expect, and these work absolutely brilliantly. Very, very nice, and they're gold as well, which we like. All the kind of exterior grille bits on this car are blacked out, so the front grille, the side vents, and all the kind of window lines and everything like that, they're all blacked out. You've got more decals on the side, and then you've got this really nice carbon strip that comes the whole way down here, which I really, really like. I think it looks cool. One thing I would say is I'm not too sure on this. Yeah, that's the one thing about the car that I don't really know about that. But I don't know, let me know in the comments, some of you might like it. Again, the carbon continues around here. We have carbon mirror caps, and we've got an indicator in there obviously as well. We've got carbon roof, very, very nice. And this is real carbon as well. Obs. We've got the decal coming the whole way down the side. Privacy glass is standard as well. And we have a special wing on the back. So the GTS again has a different wing to this. I think the GTS is slightly more raised up, but this is exclusive to the DTM, and as far as I can tell, the whole thing is carbon. That's pretty cool. The headlamps at the back here, these are OLED, that's what they're called. It makes them do silly things when you indicate and stuff, so we'll get some footage of that. And again, around the back here, we've got a carbon diffuser and a titanium sports exhaust. Sports exhaust on this thing is, for want of a better word, antisocial. There's constant burblings, constant cracklings, constant noise basically. And the noise it makes is, well, you'll hear it in a minute, but it's offensive. Would you agree that it's offensive, Carl?
Yeah.
Good. I say yeah, we are agreed. It is offensive. Anyway, we'll hear that in a sec, but I was driving around the other day and I was just laughing. Maybe because I'm simple, but also because the noise it was making is absolutely ridiculous, and members of the public are horrified by it. Yeah, I think that's pretty much the exterior of the car, to be honest. So a bit of background on the car. This was created to commemorate the 2016 DTM win by BMW, Marco Wittmann. Anyway, let's go and take a look inside. Right, stepping into the car. First thing that strikes you are these seats. I'm sat in them now, so you can't really see them properly, but they're obviously carbon backed. Again, the GTS has carbon bucket seats, but these have got a very nice little kind of M-Power motif in them. Grey stitching, and the seat belts have got this very nice M-Power motif going through them as well. The one thing that strikes me about this car, there's a lot of detail that you first don't see. You think it's just kind of a chavvy M4, but there's a lot of work and time and kind of detail that's gone into the car. So these seats, they're actually very, very comfortable. They're very nice to sit in, they're very supportive. Good work. They're nothing like the Lamborghini SV Superlight seats, because those are made of cardboard. So on the inside of the door, much like the GT3 RS, you've got these kind of silly pull tab things. If you've got the wind going, and you don't catch this in time, the door can just fly open into the road. I'm not a massive fan of these. I think they probably should have been pinned there, so you've got a nice little thing like the GT3 RS, but hey, that's quite fun to do that, I guess. Also, you'll notice here the door panel is this kind of carbon fibre moulded vibe with some Alcantara and more grey stitching. Very, very nice. There is no door speaker here though, which is what you'll notice. The speakers are actually in the back of the car. I think they're actually really good, to be fair, but they're on the parcel shelf, the speakers, so there we go. Steering wheel. You've got an M Performance steering wheel here, you've got shift lights up here. When you turn the whole car on, it does like a little dance. Alcantara everywhere, carbon, blah, blah, blah. And what's cool about this, even though it's like a very kind of racing type steering wheel, there's actually still controls in it. The GT3 RS doesn't have that, and which I admire its simplicity. It's actually kind of annoying when you're driving. As you'd expect, there's carbon trimmed everywhere. And another note on the steering wheel, when you get the car, there is a spare steering wheel in the boot. So there is a non-racing steering wheel in the boot. Actually, I need to check what that is. Let's go and have a look. When you get this car, oh bloody hell. I was going to say you get racing harnesses and I was going to show you them, but one of them's just spilled out everywhere. But yeah, you get racing harnesses, very important for traffic in Knightsbridge. Or maybe this is the racing steering wheel actually. Sorry, I might have just lied to you here. Good lord. Or is it? Is this the bog standard one? What's going on here? This is one without shift lights. I don't know anyway. So there we go, I've got 2 steering wheels. Cheers. Many thanks, kind regards. Rah, rah, rah. Okay, right, I got distracted. Let's go back in the car and have another further look around. Yeah, it's like a normal car in here really, bar the racing seats. No sunroof, obviously. Yeah, you do, you can get that with a little light in it. That's quite nice actually. People will be asking me about cup holders. I don't know why people seem to be obsessed with cup holders, but you've got 2 in there. So there we go. Yeah, you've got the iDrive as you would expect in a normal M4. So it's actually all very usable to drive around town, very, very comfortable. Big thumbs ups, big thumbs ups. And in the back there, we've got a Alpine white roll cage, the fire extinguisher as well. It's telling you over there as well, you can't put luggage down on there, but you obviously can. So, and what I didn't mention, but you saw, was the boot's actually quite decent as well. That's it from me. There's loads of Alcantara in here basically. There's grey stitching everywhere. It's really nicely finished. Attention to detail's great, blah, blah, blah. Let's go and have a little look in the front though, because the engine is quite fun. Alrighty then, under the belly of the beast. So first things first, carbon strap race across here, continuing the carbon theme. And much like the GT3 RS actually, and as you'd probably expect in a kind of a lightened racing car, there is a forged carbon bonnet. So this whole bonnet is carbon. And actually the design of the bonnet is totally unique to the GTS and the DTM. There's a new scoop and a new kind of bulging vibe, but that is exclusive to these cars, so I think it looks awesome. So anyway, this is the 3-litre twin turbo that you would expect in the M4. Oh god, apologies. The difference is the normal M4 pumps out 424 odd brake horsepower, and this is pumping out 490 something. BMW have done that amongst other things by introducing a new water injected system that you find in the GTS. But yeah, cut a long story short, this will do 0 to 60 in about 3.8 seconds, claimed. And yeah, and it'll do 155 odd limited. A quick car, and it is very, very tail happy. Let me know in the comments if you want to know anything else, or just Google it, I guess, and you wouldn't get some bearded idiot. That is the engine. I think you've got to slam this as well. There's no delicate way of doing it. Excellent. Anyway, that's all we've got time for. Thank you so much for watching as always. Subscribe if you want to see more content from me, and make sure you check out my other videos as well, especially if you're new to the channel. Yeah, ciao for now. Bye.